guys, welcome back. This is a boy again, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Well, let me just keep the introduction part and let's finally have a discussion concerning this Twitter. Nigeria, a federal government banned Twitter in Nigeria. Let's have a discussion about it. Are you happy about it? Me, I'm not happy about it though. And if you for a second you think you are in this country and you think you are untouchable, and you think like you are so comfortable that you think that there's one certain thing that the federal government cannot do and get away with, you are joking. During the EndSARS, I already make peace within myself. I already concluded that anything can happen in this country and the federal government will get away with anything at all. Don't forget what happened at Lekki Toll Gate when we all thought that, yes, it is over for the federal government. Today, Uncle, EndSARS came, EndSARS is no more. Nobody is even talking about EndSARS and people died. Are you talking about it? Are they pay for it? No single person. And you think for a second that there's nothing the federal government can do and get away with. You are joking, oh. Even me as I'm here, if they by mistake, maybe they decide to be like, okay, Adamslink is a problem and they're going to just try to eliminate me. Do you think that anybody will say anything about it or anybody will do anything about it? Let us be honest. I already make that within myself that anything at all can happen in this country and the next day people will just go about their regular usual business as if nothing happened. That's the kind of society we are in. Well, federal government has banned Twitter. According to a memo they released yesterday, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Nigeria, it's a press release. Federal government suspend Twitter operation in Nigeria. The federal government has suspended indefinitely the operation of the micro blogging and social networking service Twitter in Nigeria. The Ministry of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, announced the suspension in a statement issued in Abuja on Friday, citing the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's corporate existence. Well, that's the memo they released yesterday, and guess what? I honestly thought that they were joking. I thought that the federal government were bluffing. Maybe they just want to issue some threat and they won't ban it anyway. Well, guess what? Go and check your Twitter. Check your Twitter as we speak currently and tell me if your Twitter is working as usual. Go and check it out, guys. My Twitter is not working. It's not working. Like some pictures are not even showing. Some pictures are not showing currently as we speak. Some pictures are not showing currently as we speak. Even if you see, pictures are not showing. It's still opening though, but pictures are not showing, and they have directed the telecommunication to disassociate themselves from Twitter, and they have done that. They have abide by Nigeria laws and regulations. Well, guys, what is your own opinion? Because a lot of people have their own opinion, which I'm going to be citing to you now. Firstly, Buhari, the president's wife, who honestly I thought would be like, okay, we'll be pleading with our husband to at least release the Twitter, to not ban the Twitter. Well, Buhari released her official statement on Twitter itself. She said, I will be deactivating my Twitter account for now. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. And she has deactivated it. And then Pastor Suleman has something to say. You know, Pastor Suleman once said something a few days ago which I never really paid attention to, but now it seems like I should really pay attention to it. He said they are banning Twitter in Nigeria and they announced it on Twitter. Then the other one he said before that tweet, he said, school children were kidnapped. No federal press conference addressed it. People killed daily. No word of strength to the bandit. A tweet was deleted and you had a press conference. Define joblessness. Many are mad, few are roaming. That's what is coming from Pastor Suleman, Pastor John C. Suleman from Edo State, Auchi precisely. Well, what is your own opinion concerning this Twitter ban? I still want to hear your own contribution. And the next one is coming from Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is hoping that this might not be his last tweet. He said, hopefully this isn't my last tweet. That's what Atiku Abubakar said. And PDP also condemned it though. PDP, the opposition party to APC, were not happy about the Twitter ban and they categorically condemned it. They said PDP rejects suspension of Twitter by FG, conscious that Buhari is pushing Nigerians to the wall. The People Democratic Party rejects the unwarranted suspension of the social media platform Twitter by the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government, describing it as a draconian action and a slide towards a fascist regime in our country. Well, go and read more of that. But honestly, let's be sincere. When they announced that they're going to suspend Twitter, I honestly thought that, okay, they were trying to make sure Twitter maybe kind of like issue an apology or something. But, well, they actually did it. And honestly, as a democratic elected president, I don't think anybody can just be like, okay, you can't do that, you can't do this. He actually has all the right to do it. Because he is representing Nigeria. Though you will say, no, it's not representing Nigeria, but is a democratic elected president. Me, I'm not happy about the Twitter ban. No, I'm not happy about it. Am I going to find a way to access Twitter? Yes, I'm going to find a way to access Twitter. And guess what? Even with that Twitter ban, immediately they banned Twitter. Facebook obviously may have seen that yes, Twitter FG banned Twitter because they deactivated or deleted his tweet. Well, what will then happen to now that FG has banned Twitter? What will then happen to other social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube? What will then happen there? Do you think they're going to just stop on Twitter? Well, guess what? Facebook has again, after they may have seen it that Buhari-led administration deactivated Twitter in Nigeria. Well, Facebook also deleted that particular message that Twitter deleted. They say Facebook also deleted Buhari's controversial message. Facebook has joined Twitter in banning Buhari controversial civil war statement. Earlier today, June 4, the federal government announced that Twitter has been suspended in Nigeria. This comes days after Twitter deleted the president's controversial statement and the video where he made the statement. The banned statement made by Buhari read, "Many of those misbehaving today are too young to be aware of the destruction and loss of life that occurred during the Nigeria civil wars. Those of us in the field for 13 months who went through the war will treat them in the language they understand." Now, Facebook has followed suit. Facebook said it deleted Buhari's statement because it violates its standard and is capable of inciting violence. That's the reason why Facebook yesterday deleted the same message from President Muhammadu Buhari. So now they have deleted that message. Do you think President Muhammadu Buhari will then now go for Facebook now that he has dealt with Twitter in Nigeria? Kindly leave a comment below. And what does this actually mean for Twitter? Well, Twitter actually responded. So Twitter has described the decision of the federal government to suspend its operation in Nigeria as deeply concerning. So, well, guys, honestly, like I've said before, I have made peace within myself. during the NSAS period, and I told myself, Adamslink, if you think for a second that nothing can happen in this country, you are joking with yourself. Anything at all can happen in this country. Anything. And I bet you, the federal government will get away with it. I bet you the federal government will get away with it. The government always gets away with so many things. So it's not balanced. This world as a whole is not balanced. I know you're going to be like, wow, how can? But it's just the truth. Just look at the setting of this whole world. It's all about gain, interest. As long as there is gain and interest, I am telling you, people will get away with so many things because of what they can offer. It's coming from Femi Fani-Kayode. He said, suspending Twitter from Nigeria simply because they remove a dangerous, irresponsible, and insensitive tweet by Buhari is the most absurd and conduct productive move that the federal government could have made. Whoever advised Mr. President to make this indefensible move is his biggest enemy. There are one Nigeria Senator Shehu Sani, said they love the social media on their way to the throne and detested it while on the throne. Social media is a big part of our lives. Let us not talk about how people will lose a lot of businesses online. Do you know how many products, how many people have made their life around Twitter? Do you know how many people gain a lot of customers on Twitter on daily basis? Do you know how many products are being sold on Twitter on daily basis in Nigeria? Information shared. Let us not even talk about that. And the people who use Twitter the most are youth. They have been able to create some certain kind of businesses for themselves using that platform. Bitcoin, the same thing. Bitcoin was cryptocurrency was kind of like stopped from existing in Nigeria, and here we are. Anything that tends to empower the youth in Nigeria is always a problem in this country. It's always a problem for the federal government. It's always a problem. That is our fundamental human right, to seek information and to get information. Twitter is our fundamental human right. And meanwhile, talking about Twitter, Facebook has suspended Donald Trump account for 2 years. It's a Facebook to uphold former President Donald Trump's suspension for 2 years and will impose strict sanction if he commits violation after the ban is lifted. Donald Trump, former president, Facebook suspended his account going for 2 years. He's going to hold his account for the next 2 years. Crazy. People are kind of like acting like president. Well, let's see. See, this social media of a thing is a win and loss game. When we need social media, you see us going on social media. Then when social media is fighting against us, we see us like causing the social media of a thing. It's a win and loss game. He has created a lot of jobs and he has destroyed a lot of life. This, even the air we breathe. We breathe it and we live our life freely. If that air is contaminated, it can equally kill us. So anything we do in this world, it has a good side and a bad side. But can we do without it? No, we can't. We have to be able to learn on how to preserve it and make it work for us. That's just how the life is. And let's talk about some foreigners who are kind of like, talking on this, having their own opinion concerning this Twitter ban. Check out this foreigner, Bruno from Portugal. He said, it was perhaps tolerable for a US internet platform to determine what can or cannot be said by the US president. But how did anyone ever think the model could apply globally? This seems like a reasonable decision. No sovereign country should be inclined to place Twitter above the head of state or head of the government. That means Twitter cannot just come and determine what a head of state in other country is saying or not. But also, Twitter didn't force you to open an account. Twitter never forced you to open an account. They have their own set out rules and regulations. Just abide by it. Well, guys, kindly leave your comment below and let me know exactly how you feel about this. And here's another foreigner who said, "Got to be honest, didn't even know they have technology over there." This is a foreigner saying that they never even knew Nigeria has technology. Are you serious? This kind see finish with this one now. And also, to end this video, some people actually predicted this. A lady who predicted this particular thing that's happening now in December 2014, she wrote, "Vote for Buhari, let him make mistake and win. Twitter will go first, then DSTV, then all China's bet NTA, followed by dress code, curfew." This was a lady, Ijoma. She wrote this December 2014. Then another guy as well has predicted a lot of things. I don't wish those things to come to pass though, because it's so heartbreaking. He said Buhari won the 2019 presidential election. Buhari sacked half of his media haze as he stopped caring whether his government looked good or not. The naira goes back to 450 to $1. The federal government finally tells us they have removed fuel subsidy, as same was no longer sustainable with fuel price peak, as fuel price peak at 350 naira per liter. Civil unrest more than we currently have, with armed officers ready to clamp same down at any time. Well, he actually wrote a lot of things which I don't want to really spend time reading, but he mentioned about Twitter ban. He mentioned about Nigerians fleeing Nigeria to Ghana. He mentioned about US withdrawing Nigerians, stopping Nigeria visa applications. Canada, it will be overwhelmed with Nigerians, and so many other things as well. Well, honestly, I am not praying for such things to happen in this country. I am not praying for such things to happen in this country. Well, anything can happen in this country. That is the crazy part of it all. Well, let's watch and let's keep praying and let's keep hoping, because what can anybody do nowadays? Just pray and talk. Me, I'm just doing my own bit though by talking about it. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Adamslink. I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't go anywhere. Bye.